Helping teens build a stronger future. Why therapy is a smart investment helping teens build a stronger future. Why therapy is a smart investment. Teens face unprecedented pressure today. Academic demands, social media comparisons, and the constant need to perform create a perfect storm of stress. While many parents focus on grades and extracurricular achievements, a growing number of experts are urging a different approach, framing emotional development as a critical form of self-investment. This perspective represents a significant shift in how we view teenage mental health. Beyond grades, framing effort as self-investment, every hour spent studying, every soccer practice, every late-night rehearsal, these aren't just activities, they're deposits in a teen's future emotional bank account. A simple analogy helps illustrate this point. Just as saving money provides security later, consistent effort builds resilience and confidence for the challenges ahead. Parents can reinforce this mindset by viewing their child's efforts through a long-term lens. Rather than focusing solely on immediate results, helping teens understand that persistence in difficult tasks, whether academic or athletic, develops crucial life skills. These small daily investments compound over time, creating a foundation of emotional strength that serves them well into adulthood. Therapy, a proactive approach to emotional fitness. While effort building is essential, many parents overlook another critical form of self-investment: therapy. Far from being a last resort, mental health services offer preventative benefits similar to physical exercise or education. Yet despite rising awareness, many families hesitate to seek professional support until a crisis point. Therapy stops being a last resort when we start talking about it the same way we talk about practicing sports, as coaching for the mind, explains Dr. Dana Manzo, Vice President of Student Affairs at Beacon College. When parents frame therapy as a proactive way to build skills before problems snowball, it becomes part of a healthy routine rather than a response to crisis. Breaking the stigma around mental health support. Social media amplifies teen pressures while simultaneously creating an environment where struggles are often hidden. Gen Z is disproportionately affected by anxiety, with nearly 1/3 reporting persistent sadness. Yet paradoxically, these digitally native generations also express the highest levels of fear about being judged for seeking help. Experts emphasize that asking for support requires reframing. Teens need to believe asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness, notes Richard Whitenstall, a BACP-accredited therapist. Each strategy learned in therapy, labeling feelings, challenging negative thoughts, practicing coping skills, becomes a mental rep that strengthens emotional flexibility. The benefits compound over time. Teens equipped with emotional tools respond differently to stressors. They pause during exams, navigate social conflicts with confidence, and process disappointments like college rejections with greater resilience. These skills become automatic, creating a durable emotional infrastructure for adulthood. The power of early intervention. Perhaps the most overlooked aspect of self-investment is timing. Just as physical development benefits from early training, emotional growth shows remarkable neuroplasticity during adolescence. Children's brains are highly adaptable, Dr. Manzo explains. Early support teaches foundational skills like identifying emotions, using calming strategies, and flexible thinking, which are easier to learn before distress sets in. This preventative approach mirrors physical health care. Regular checkups for emotional well-being build resilience before problems emerge. Teens who develop emotional regulation early show reduced risk of chronic anxiety and depression later in life. They typically demonstrate better academic performance, stronger social connections, and greater resilience during life transitions. Daily practices that build emotional intelligence. Therapy isn't the only path toward emotional development. Daily activities that genuinely engage teens offer powerful opportunities for growth. As Dr. Manzo notes, sports and active play build focus and teamwork, while music and art nurture creativity and empathy. Reading for fun expands imagination and emotional depth. The key isn't the specific activity, but genuine engagement. When kids are deeply involved in something they love, it becomes a source of grounding and self-discovery, explains Caitlin Downey, Director of Trauma and Resilience at the Child Mind Institute. This deep involvement creates key building blocks for identity and purpose. Whether through athletic, creative, or therapeutic channels, consistent participation creates transferable skills. These daily investments compound, creating a resilient emotional infrastructure that serves teens well into adulthood. Parents as models of emotional wellness, children learn emotional management by observing adults. Parents can model positive investments in their own well-being through simple, everyday actions, advises Downey. By naming and managing feelings, practicing self-care, repairing after conflict, and setting boundaries, they demonstrate that emotional regulation is a normal part of life. These visible practices normalize mental health care. When teens see parents openly prioritizing their emotional health, they learn that self-care isn't selfish, it's strategic. This visible commitment creates a foundation where seeking support feels natural, not stigmatized. Making therapy accessible and practical for concerned parents, accessing quality mental health support can feel daunting amid busy schedules and limited availability. Fortunately, technological innovations have created more accessible options. Online platforms can connect families with qualified therapists in as little as 48 hours, with flexibility to switch providers if needed. Therapy works best as part of a proactive wellness strategy, concludes Dr. Manz. When teens view their actions as investments in their emotional infrastructure, they develop the resilience needed to navigate life's inevitable challenges. Like any smart investment, the returns compound over time, creating a foundation of emotional strength that serves them well into adulthood. By reframing emotional development as a necessary investment rather than an optional luxury, we empower teens to build resilience for a lifetime.